Hey, Brian from Snake Bites here. I get asked a lot, are snakes intelligent? We're going to go ahead and spend some time looking into it. You're watching Snake Bites. Oftentimes when we think of snakes or any pet, a lot of times we like to compare them to things like dogs and cats. And certainly a dog or a cat is a different pet than a snake when it comes to intelligence. Take for instance my dog Artie. Come here, girl. Sit, 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 sit. Good girl. See, she'll actually do tricks and different types of things and interact with you a different way than a snake is. Again, it doesn't make her a better pet, just makes her a different pet. So let's take a look at some of the things that are very unique to reptiles. The main reason for the difference in intelligence between snakes and dogs is simply the size of the brain and some of the components that are different. Take for instance this adult carpet python. She only has a brain about the size of a marble, which is pretty similar to most birds, but that doesn't mean that they can't learn primitive things like becoming less aggressive, less fearful, and even some pleasure. It was funny, when we were down at the Columbus Zoo, the keepers actually told us that when they're cleaning the king cobra's cages, they start to barely flood the cage and it causes them to go into their hide boxes, a learned trait. So it certainly means that snakes can learn. We've all seen the classic image of the snake charmer, the guy from India that opens up the wicker basket and out pops a cobra, put it up, and seems to be dancing for the music he's playing with the flute. The truth is, that snake is hooding up and is actually moving towards the flute, and the movement of the flute is what's causing it to seem like it's trained. Obviously, in this case, it doesn't work with ball pythons. Now that we've determined that most snakes act out of instinct and not learned intelligence, the next question is, if you have a pet snake, will it actually get to know you? I'm one of the belief that it actually is more about the way you handle animals. Take for instance these king rats that are known to be kind of aggressive and kind of notorious. I'm not afraid to get bit, so I just reach in there like nothing and pick them up. And as you can see, even though they're kind of aggressive, it doesn't freak out or anything like that. It's not like going crazy. So I kind of believe that that's more of the case than it getting to know you. Basically, if you just go and handle the snake like you're not worrying about getting bit, the chances of getting bit are much less. I'm going to go ahead and bring Chewy in and have him handle the same snake because we all know that he's more concerned about getting bit than I am.
Now that we basically learned Hen Dog is a nerd, let the professional teach you how it's done. Bye! Stupid thing. I hate you. You hate me. Get your ass. Oh!
Okay, so I guess I proved my point. The snake probably isn't intelligent enough to actually have an emotional response as much as it's reacting to how you feel about it.
All right, guys, it's Cal's question of the week. Now, since we're on the topic of snake intelligence, I want to know from you guys if you have any stories of your reptile being extraordinarily smart or doing something extraordinarily stupid. And if you don't have a story of your reptile, let me know what's the dumbest or smartest thing you've ever done. Text or video comment below.
Now that we've established that snakes don't have a high intelligence, I don't want you guys to take that as a total negative because their lack of intelligence actually can be a positive when it comes to them as a pet. For instance, they don't need the emotional pampering that some of the other dogs and cats need on a daily basis, which is really a benefit if you're a really busy person. They really get used to being handled and can make fantastic pets. Think about it. If you go on vacation, you don't have to call anyone in to come and walk them or do anything else like that. The other thing is, some people get upset about us keeping snakes in plastic boxes, and I really think that they're misunderstood in the fact that this isn't like keeping a monkey in a bird cage. Snakes actually enjoy confined areas. In the wild, they'll actually climb into a tree stump or a termite mound and cram themselves into smaller boxes than they are here, and they're completely satisfied with that type of housing. As a matter of fact, when you keep snakes in too large of aquariums or terrariums, they actually typically get stressed out and don't do as well. Given in general that snakes don't have a high level of intelligence, we haven't asked, are some snakes smarter than others? My answer to that is, I absolutely think it is the case. Take, for example, reticulated pythons. There's no doubt when you open up the cage, they just seem to be figuring things out. They look at you, they don't move a whole lot. Their eyes are definitely focusing right on you, whereas some things like Burmese pythons will just jump right up and go right at you. Retics typically don't do it, and you can definitely tell that they're thinking things out a little bit. Remember back when we were feeding snakes backwards, there were certain animals that immediately took it backwards and then found the head, like the reticulated articulated pythons and ate it right away, whereas other animals seem to be kind of figuring things out, and it took them 10 or 15 minutes sometimes to actually find the head. There's no doubt that different snakes have different levels of intelligence, but the fact of the matter is, I don't care how intelligent a snake is, I just love them all the same.
Okay, you know it's baby season at BHB, and you guys come up with stupid challenges, and I try to do them. Well, blah, blah, blah from so-and-so came up with this one. See how many berms I can handle safely. Here I go. Woo. 1. Oh! Ah! Woo! I got a hand. Oh, stupid! I'm not even shooting yet. 2. Oh, God! You guys are making me stutter. 3, 4. Woo! I got this down now. Ow! Whoa! Oh! Ah! I think that's 5. Ow! Oh, God, this is nasty. Okay, I give up on this one. Let go, I give up. Ow! So I guess you could say I gave up on that challenge, but I don't think so, because I got 5 out of 9. Oh, you I hate you. Just shot its whole... But if you want to send in your challenges, I'll keep doing it, and I guarantee I'm not going to fail this time, so-and-so from blah, blah, blah. So keep them coming, because I can handle these. Can you? Woo.
For this week's Comment of the Week, on the Snakes on a Plane episode, the question was, what's your favorite animal scene from a movie? And Woodicus87 said,
my favorite scene was from Lake Placid when the weird guy is about to be attacked by a bear, then a giant croc launches out of the river and eats the bear. It was a true classic in my book, LOL.
I totally agree. I love the movie Lake Placid, but I gotta tell you, Lake Placid 2 was a complete bomb. Don't even waste your time looking at it. Until next time, you guys keep sending me creative comments. I'm gonna feature you on a future episode. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show and learned a little bit about snakes' intelligence. If you guys want to see how we produce this show, next week we're going to do a behind the scenes of making of a Snake Bites episode. Until next time, you've been watching Snake Bites.